answering some interview questions for task 6.7 of my Career Foundry UX design course. Let's get to it. Have you given feedback on someone else's designs before? What about receiving feedback? Yes, absolutely. Since day one, I've been pretty active on the Slack channel. I, been in contact with many people, some of whom I've never met, of course, because of lockdown and what have you, but I would call my friends from Julia, Anna, Kushal, to my study buddies, Ben and Anne. We were paired up during one of the study buddy pairings, which has worked really well. It's been great to have them on board and supporting one another, because I think studying online is quite a daunting process and possibly at times quite hard to gauge how other people are finding the course. If you have difficulties where some people might strive and you maybe get a bit worried, but after talking to them, that kind of settles things. So no, it's been really great. And yeah, constantly sharing each other's works, from, of course, the prototype to the mock-ups, and doing their exercises as well. But no, constantly relaying what we think of the course. I am really up for giving people feedback because it's a great way to see what other people are doing, and you can judge your own work based on what other people who are technically on your same level can do. I think that's really helpful, and I like being supportive and encouraging of my peers. And if I see something that doesn't make sense or is a major flaw that they hadn't picked up on, I'm really happy to just let them know in a polite way, without being pretentious or blowing my own trumpet or anything like that. What about receiving feedback? Yeah, all the time, really up for it. Sometimes it's not very valuable, in my opinion. Sometimes it's a complete game changer. And, for example, Kushal pointed out how on my iPhone 10 prototype, I had Touch ID. That's something that is just so banal, but I hadn't picked up on. And yeah, of course, no, I'm very open to feedback. It's the only way one can grow. But at the same time, you have to look at it with a critical eye. How would your teammates describe you as someone to work with? I would say fun. Honestly, I don't take myself too seriously. I'm pretty dynamic. I think I have quite a multifaceted skill set. I speak a few languages, which helps, and I've lived abroad. I think I'm culturally and emotionally quite intelligent. I think I can read situations quite well. I'm definitely a big picture kind of person, an ideas kind of guy. And it's definitely the fine tuning and the details where I need to spend more time on and perfect, because in the past I feel like those are maybe the things that maybe I overlook when, getting quite excited about this quite big idea, which at the time sounds really good. And I would also say that they would say that I'm helpful and diligent. Tell me about a difficult project, or tell us about something going wrong and how you reacted. Right, so a good example would be during usability testing. I completely overlooked the presence of a booking confirmation email or notification or text or what have you. Everyone picked up on that, all 6 participants, and one even got very worried because, in this scenario, he's using this app that he never heard of for the first time. He just spent £120. He was thinking, where the hell's my money gone? So fair play. And I think you have to be very humble in taking feedback when something goes wrong. I think empathy is needed, especially for our line of work. It's so important to listen to user needs and really analyze them, assess them, and do your best to implement them if you think it is worthwhile. Another one which was quite difficult was starting out my first prototype for the language learning app for Spanish called Bonito. The instructions on the course were to use it with Marvel or Balsamiq. I completely hated those programs, excuse me. So I took the bold move to go straight to Figma without having done anything like that before, no prior knowledge or experience, and just gave it a go. And learning Figma from scratch was very difficult, but I persevered, learned a lot, and I think it put me in good stead for project two. So I'm glad I took that bold move and spent more time learning how to use Figma. What would you ask in an interview? Well, I would definitely ask about the company culture, how people are like, or what socials there are. Is it a fun environment? How long have people been there? How often do people leave, and after how long? Because I think that gives a good indication of, climbing the ladder. Maybe like a boss that nobody likes, or maybe office politics, that kind of thing. But no, I definitely ask, how often or how long does it take to get a promotion to, a mid-level designer or a lead designer, what one has to do, those kinds of things. I would hate to be in a job that I knew I just couldn't go anywhere, so I would never take that job. And again, would like to know the ability to work across teams. So is the UX UI department incorporated as one? Are they separate? What about the developers? How does it work with the handoff? Are they constantly collaborating? I think collaborating is a fantastic way to get ideas across and to spot several flaws which I don't think would have in the first place. So I'm big on that. I'm a people person. I do enjoy working with people in group projects. So yeah, I definitely like to know that. That is pretty much the the gist of it. That's pretty much what I would ask, and maybe a few more banal things. But yeah, there we have it.